Let's dive right in. Big shakeup in Irvine's gaming scene. Obsidian Entertainment is cutting 52 jobs this fall as part of Microsoft's broader Xbox overhaul, and that's a tough hit for local tech talent, a signal the industry is tightening up.
Here's something to get us started. I'm Leah, checking in from Irvine, coffee in hand and ready to roll.
And I'm Garrett. Let's keep it chill and get you what matters in town today on Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett, right here in Irvine.
First up, Obsidian Entertainment. The Irvine video game studio, known for role-playing hits like Fallout New Vegas, says it will lay off 52 employees. The move is tied to Microsoft's restructuring of its Xbox business, basically reorganizing teams to cut costs and refocus. The company filed a WARN notice on July 6th, a worker adjustment and retraining notification that formally alerts employees about significant layoffs. The cuts span engine software engineers, graphic designers, and financial managers, and they take effect in September 2026. Zooming out, Microsoft announced last week plans to cut about 4,800 jobs globally, including roughly 1,600 in its gaming division. Company leaders point to what some call a hardware crisis. Console parts and production are getting pricier, squeezing profits. Even so, Obsidian's Irvine facility will remain open.
Yeah, that hits different. 52 neighbors losing gigs is no small thing. You know, when a studio like Obsidian trims across engineering and art, it doesn't just pause a project, it slows the whole creative pipeline. Why now, though? Beyond parts being expensive.
Real talk. The company line is financial health. If revenue per game or per console dips while costs rise, leadership pulls back to stabilize. It's painful, but it's a pretty common move during industry slowdowns. And Obsidian's history goes back to 2003, after Black Isle Studios shut down, so they've navigated rough patches before.
That's a thread worth pulling on. Hopefully folks land quickly. Irvine's got a deep tech bench, and talent usually finds a way. All right, let's roll on. Next up, ranked choice voting could be coming to Irvine, and it'll be up to voters this November 2026. The City Council voted to put the question on the ballot, and if it passes, implementation would come by 2028. Quick explainer. Ranked choice voting lets you number candidates by preference. If your top pick doesn't get enough support, your vote can transfer to your next choice. Advocates say it helps eliminate the spoiler effect when two similar candidates split votes and a less popular third wins, and that it can cool down negative campaigning. On the flip side, there are concerns about cost and confusion. Estimates to set it up could run as high as $750,000. It's already used in at least 9 charter cities in California. Relatedly, an Orange County judge recently told Huntington Beach to consider ranked choice voting as part of addressing voter disenfranchisement, barriers that can keep people's votes from counting fully.
I'm into the idea of giving people more choice. If it nudges candidates to build broader coalitions and keeps campaigns a bit kinder, I'm not mad at that. And honestly, the learning curve can be managed with clear sample ballots and outreach. Why not let people decide? That's close to the heart of it.
Yeah, that checks out. As long as the rollout is clear and the dollars are transparent, I could get behind that idea. Let's keep it moving.
Next up, children's tech use in the age of AI took center stage at UC Irvine on July 16th. A panel of researchers and industry professionals, including Katie Salen-Tekinbosch and Michael Preston, dug into how families can manage screens and what generative AI means for kids' creativity. Generative AI, by the way, is software that can create things like text, images, or code after learning patterns from data. Key takeaways. Protecting kids' creative agency matters. That's their ability to make things and make choices on their own. The panel said we should focus on content quality and context, not just minutes on a timer. LAUSD, the Los Angeles Unified School District, recently approved a screen time policy, so this is part of a bigger regional push. The event drew about 120 people and is part of UCI's series called Raising the Next Generation in the Age of AI.
That's pretty cool, right? I'm all about tools that help kids explore, but if the tool does the imagining for them, you kind of miss the messy, fun part where creativity grows. When I learned woodworking, the mistakes taught me more than the plans did. Same for kids. Give them good prompts, safe spaces, and some limits so they can build instead of just tapping a button.
Totally. Parents, teachers, and platforms all have a role here. Okay, what's next on our list?
Next up, the USA Water Polo Junior Olympics are underway in Orange County from July 18th through 26. Girls compete through July 21st and boys from July 23rd to 26, with finals at the William Woollett Aquatic Center in Irvine, the big pool complex by Heritage Park. Newport Beach and Mission Viejo clubs are top-seeded in different age groups. Some local standouts are absent because they're representing Team USA at the Under-16 World Championships in Croatia, which is a pretty good reason to miss a tournament. It's part of a packed summer at Woollett, with the U.S. Swimming Nationals and the Pan-Pacific Championships also on deck. The Pan Pacs bring together top swimmers from Pacific Rim countries, so expect a lot of fast water in our backyard.
That one gave me chills. Youth sports that funnel right into international play are huge for exposure and confidence. And having finals here means families and neighbors can cheer them on without a long-haul drive. That's a story worth telling. Last up, Orange County warmed into the 80s, so families headed to Wild Rivers Water Park at the Irvine Great Park to cool down. The park reopened in 2022 after more than a decade away, and it's back to being a go-to spot alongside Not Soak City in Buena Park. Saturday's lineup included rides like Pelican Plunge and the Castaway River. And here's a twist. Wild Rivers is throwing a Christmas in July event on July 25th with holiday music, photos with Santa, and themed activities.
Yeah, that's clever. Seasonal vibes in the middle of summer. It's smart community play too, a reason to gather that's more than just lines and slides. I'm down for that hot day plus holiday mashup. All right, that ties it up nicely.
And that's where we'll leave it for now. Leah here, signing off from Irvine.
And I'm Garrett, back tomorrow with more from around town. Stay curious.